Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for the season of Sagittarius. Today we are the 23rd of November, so we're going from now to the next 4 weeks. So we're in fire. And Gemini and Sagittarius are polar opposites, so they're very linked in a lot of ways. And don't forget, Gemini, there's a big eclipse coming up on the 30th of this month, which is going to be in your sign of Gemini. So let's hang on and see what that's going to bring up. It'll be most interesting. Okay, energy around for you for the next 4 weeks is strong, independent energy, female energy, very strong, completing things, very grounded, reviewing the year and thinking, yeah, so against your odds, done really well, adjusted to a lot of different environmental situations, Gemini. Probably had your wings clipped a little bit because you like to be moving and everyone sort of hasn't been moving that much, but let's see. Nevertheless, it's a great card to get, the 9 of Coins. Okay, let's see where you are right now. Justice, karma. You are exactly where you're meant to be. So whatever is happening, that's where you're meant to be. Whoever's in your life, this is how it is. Whatever situations you're coming across, you have to deal with them in a balanced manner. And this is the card, Justice is the card for the Libran, so it's very much that balancing scale sort of story. So I'm getting, it's a pretty good card for you to have. Let's see why this is here. Grief, addressing all sorts, and we have just come out of Scorpio, which is a time where a lot of us have to sort of dive down to the depths of our emotions and deal with stuff from the past that's hurt us, that's upset us. People that we have lost, who have passed away, all those sorts of energies are around in Scorpio. So I'm thinking you've really kind of come out of this year. It's been a bit of a difficult, and there's still the dregs of Scorpio still hanging around at the moment. So just, you know, deal with that grief, Gemini, whatever it may be for you, and just know that other areas of your life you've done really well on, but this is one area that you sort of have to address as well, the grief or the broken-hearted scenarios, the past that still affect you. Takes years, and we just learn to live with grief. Let's see what was happening in Scorpio time. So the background, the Magician. Magician is the spirit messenger, so he's all about the dreams and messages coming from the spirit world, if you like, from your dreams. He also represents potentials for you moving forward, and also trickery. Trickery and potential go together. New adventures, new ideas, especially for Geminis. It's all, their motor's always running. What's next? What's next? What am I going to do? What's that going to be like? How will I deal with that? But he's a great card, the Magician, and he's sort of saying you've got everything you need to move forward with this new project or whatever it is that you feel directed towards. It's been around you for a couple of weeks, so make good use of the Magician. Okay, let's see what's been recent influences for you. 2 of Swords, so indecision, stuck in the headlights, deer in the headlights. So yeah, difficult to move with this energy. And you might be thinking, oh, I'm not grieving about anything, I'm not heartbroken about anything, but the fact is, the interpretation of the card says, yeah, there is something there. So just feel it through and just go, okay, I've got to move forward anyway because I've got plans. I've got big plans with the Magician. So I need to just take the blindfold off and put the swords down, take the blindfold off, and I can move forward. It's only a weak card. It's not a big card like this Magician and this Justice card. Rightio, let's see the lesson you'll be learning in the next 4 weeks. The Hanging Man, so go with the flow, just go with the flow. Because this grief card here will be felt throughout the next 4 weeks. So it might sneak up on you like grief often does. It comes like crashing sometimes in, out of nowhere, but just go with the flow. Just chill out and go with whatever comes your way because it's meant to. It's kind of a cleansing card too, and especially with that big eclipse coming. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't know very much about it. I know enough about it, but not enough. But I do know this is just going with that flow, accepting whatever comes your way and dealing with it. So a nice time of just seeing what comes at you, dealing with it, moving on. First week of December. Bit of jealousy and deceit coming your way. Or maybe it's you that's sort of in your head thinking, oh, what's going on? I don't trust these people, I feel it. Or I don't trust myself. Deceiving oneself. And for Geminis too, like the air signs, they don't like to sort of dwell very long on things. They like forward moving action. But try not to deceive yourself and just go with whatever emotions or feelings come up this time, because it will be it's the chance to get rid of it for once and for all, or deal with things for once and for all rather than avoid. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realising. Fear for the sake of fear, free-floating anxiety, so don't just attach onto the next worry. And it's sitting there. So there's a lot of air around you, Gemini, but this is what this month is going to really, or this next 4 weeks, is really going to bring up a lot of old stuff, a lot of self-worth stuff. And the Nine of Swords can be just not sleeping very well, just feeling a bit agitated by your own mind, which is a very fast-moving entity in itself. But really there's nothing to worry about. It's just about going with the flow. If you're not sleeping very well, you need to do something about it so you do sleep. But even if it's like that, there's something bothering you. But really, it's just about going with the flow and dealing with what's there for the time, for this time. How others see you. Judgment. Karmic debt being paid back. So we have karma here where you are at the moment, and we have karmic debt being paid off. So those around you see you, how far you've come. But it's just about dealing with these little bits and pieces of mind stuff, of feelings, of overthink. But you're actually really doing well with it. You've done really well with it. But yeah, it's just about going with that and going, yeah, look, I'm getting there. I'm making headway. I'll be fine. I'll be cleansed after all of this. And people around you that know you and are very close to you can see this. I think you're the only one really, Gemini, that can't at the moment. But never mind. Let's see what your positive feelings are. Yeah, Four of Swords, once again another Swords, element of air, your home place, air. Just sitting back, being a spectator, not a participator, not feeling like you've got to sort of jump in there, just have a bit of a rest and watch the world go by. Meditate. Now meditate to me, a lot of people say, oh, I can't do that, but it's whatever. You can meditate when you're walking in the park. You can meditate when you're swimming laps of the pool. There's many ways people meditate. It's not just sitting there in the cross-leg lotus position. It can be anything that you like to do to relax and just calm your mind. So just know that this 4 weeks, Gemini, just sit back and let it all come at you. You don't need to move. You don't need to do anything except just sift through the stuff. The outcome. And then we have the 7 of Wands and moving forward, standing up for yourself, holding your ground, saying what you think, being in the running for whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you want to do next. You're well aware of, you've got just as good a chance as anybody else. But the motto of this card is stand up for yourself. Don't be shy. And don't deceive yourself either, because you know full well that you're just as good as anyone else. So if there's projects coming up with the Magician, get in there and just stand up for yourself. Just putting some clarifiers on these 3. So in recent influences under the surface of the 2 of Swords, the indecision, we have the 5 of Cups. So this is that emotional disappointment, relationships that broke down, someone broke your heart. Fair enough. Feel the feeling and try and move on. You'll feel it for as long as you need to. But it's also about that cycle coming around again, because you haven't dealt with it properly. So just deal with it. And someone could well come back in the next 4 weeks. It's coming up to Christmas season, so all sorts of people come home to roost. But it's about dealing with the emotions, Gemini. Underneath the 7 of Swords, which is the card of self-deceit or deceit by others and jealousy. Under that surface we have the 6 of Coins, so stability, giving and taking, and that's you. So just go with that. Don't deceive yourself. No, you've done a really good job this year. You've been really grounded in the face of everything that's gone on. You're balanced. You're fine. You just need to move on. Take the head off. Switch to, things that ground you and keep you sane. Because sometimes your mind goes faster than what it should. It's just Gemini. And it's this eclipse too, I feel, is coming through. It's going to bring up a lot of stuff. Old relationship stuff especially, I'm getting. Okay, so what's happening that you're not realising down here underneath the free-floating anxiety of the 9 of Swords? Worry for the sake of worry. Being a bit sleep-deprived and sitting up all night worrying. We have the 4 of Wands. So happy home card. You're fine. You're consolidated. You've done a good job. What's the deal? It's good. Have a look at what you have done. But try and deal with those emotional losses and upsets and broken-heartedness, and just have a really good 4 weeks going with the flow. Your message is patience. At the end of the way is freedom. Till then, patience. I hold my motto. Go with patience. Be patient. Let it all wash over you. See how you come out in 4 weeks, and you will be standing up for yourself. You'll be ready for whatever comes your way. Thank you for listening, Gemini. Have a great 4 weeks.